What's up, everybody? Let me check my phone. Always have to check. Um, always have to check Facebook for whatever reason. So we're gonna go and do that really quickly. So welcome, everybody. Glad you guys are here. We are live everywhere right now. Let me go to my profile because for whatever reason, my profile always likes to. It worked. It worked. Okay.
So
All
welcome
right.
everybody. But
So
my
that's
profile
good.
always likes to it worked.
Okay.
It worked.
Okay. So something's wrong there.
It worked.
But
Okay.
everybody say,
It
can I
worked.
edit that?
Okay, so something.
All right, so that worked there. Okay. All right. Sometimes things just like malfunction. But hello, everyone. Glad you guys are here. I am just putting things in the comment section here on my Facebook page because sometimes things just malfunction and I'm like, I don't know why they're malfunctioning. Let's see. There we go. All right. So welcome everybody. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Can y'all hear me okay? I'm in my hotel room here in Washington, D.C. I'm at Podcast Movement. What's up, Nikki? I am here attending a podcast conference. So it's pretty awesome. But welcome. If you guys are here, say hi. Tell me what city, state, or country you're watching me from. Nikki, if you're still here, everybody was talking about you in the foyer. Love, they love you. But everyone say hi. Oh, hold on. Let me go to my screen here. There we go. All right. Because I was on my Instagram screen. I always forget that when I use StreamYard that I have to have three screens open. So like I go live on TikTok, and so in order to see the TikTok comments, I have to have TikTok live stream comments pulled up, and then in order to see Instagram comments, I have to pull up Instagram desktop. So and then I have to open up all the screens to be able to see it all at one time, and I always forget that. And then especially being on the road, of course, I forgot that. All right. So, welcome everybody. If you're here on TikTok, say hi. Hey, Dan. What's up, Dan? If you're here on Instagram, say hi. And then what? Listen, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. We're pretty much everywhere except for Pinterest and Twitter. But I just want to say hi to everybody. So, everybody come in and tell me what city, state, or country you're watching from. I would love to know. Normally, when I'm live, I'm at my home. And so I'm on this like small screen here in my hotel room. And so I just want to jump in here and we're going to talk a little bit about being, content creators, creating content online, building an online audience, and all the things and how I can help you guys with that. All right. So let me see who's here. I see Savella is in Maryland. I see Danielle. I see Karif. Wait. Somebody from Trinidad and Tobago. I see your name, but I don't know if it's your whole name. Precious Monogram. Okay, you can hear me. Thank you so much. All right. So, welcome everybody. I'm glad you guys are here today. We are going to have a little brief conversation. Hey, from Michigan, where we're going to talk about the creating content online and obviously monetizing that because who here would say that if you're going to be online making content, you want to make money? If you want to make money, type money in the chat. Okay. Like, I'm not money hungry, but to be in this hotel costs money, to have Wi-Fi, to have this little ring light that's making my light look good, on the screen, costs money. Look at there. Look at that. This is me without the light. I still look good. And this is me with the light. It just makes things so much better, right? So all this stuff costs money. Let me bring this closer. Okay. So all this stuff costs money, right? So exactly, y'all are like money, 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 money. Okay, all right. So I want to talk about Hey Miss Megan on YouTube. So I want to talk about creating content online, and is also being able to monetize that. Okay, so in order for me to help you guys the best, I want you to tell me what type of content do you create, or what type of content do you want to create? Okay, and then how do you want to make money? Okay, so what kind of content do you create? What kind of content do you want to make? And then how do you want to make money? Okay, y'all tell me that in the chat. That's going to help me to be able to help you guys the best. All right, because obviously I have what I want to talk about here, but it's definitely going to be a lot more beneficial if I know what's going on with you guys. Okay, let me make sure my stream is still working over here. Okay, it's still working. Okay, perfect. All right. So for me, when I first got started online, mine was back in 2016. And honestly, I don't think we had the phrase content creator. I don't think that was a thing. I think that people were starting to make videos, but that's pretty much what it was. And so when I started thinking about being online, I was like, there was the me that was aware that I wanted to make money in different ways. There was a me that was aware that my full-time job wasn't the end. That's what I knew because I had seen too much. I had been in network marketing and I had seen people have crazy success. And so in my mind, I knew this is not the end all be all, but I also knew I didn't know where to go to get anything else, right? Who here works a full-time job and you know in your heart of hearts, hate to mean that there's something else, right? If that's you, just type job in the chat. Okay. You know, like you have a job, but you know there's something else, right? I want you to type job in the chat. Now listen, this is no shame. If you have a job, listen, jobs are not bad, right? There was this phrase people used to say back in the day, they probably still say it, that job means just over broke. People used to always say that. And I used to say that when I was a kid. And when I grew up, I was like, job doesn't mean just over broke. Job means stability, right? When a person has a job, there's some stability that a person has with being able to go to work and get paid a lot. They're able to pay for their lives. You know what I mean? So I don't have that thought process about what jobs are. I think some people have that, but I don't really have that. Okay. All right. Let's look at the chat. Oh, we got a lot of messages. Okay, let me see. I want to create content for my affiliate products, art cartooning, caricature. Oh, I love it. Content for luxury accessory brands. Love that. 2014 for you. Yes, Brian, you've been here longer than me. I have two TikToks. One is TikTok Shop, and another I just started. Content around motherhood. We just made videos to grow anything we could. Okay, Ryan, we didn't know what was going on. We were just like, let me just make a video. Okay. Um, content for sharing AI tools. We Ryan is my BFF today. Let me see. Oh, dang. Hold on, chat's moving. Build your business, keep your job. Okay, I wrote the book about it. It's called Before You Quit Your Job. Would like to do voiceovers. I have a great voice, at least. Ooh, I love that. Okay, all right. I'm looking at more things. Okay, awesome. So here's the deal. So wherever you are in this journey, okay, one of the first things to understand is that it's not a bad thing to have a full-time job. It's not, right? Because when you have a job, you know where your money's coming in. You know how to do what you need to do in order to be able to make money. Okay. Let's see, Ryan, I'm the 100K. Love that. I love y'all talking to the chat on TikTok. Oh, FYI, if you guys think somebody would benefit from this, would you guys mind tagging some people, sharing the broadcast? If you're on TikTok, if you could just tap your screen and give likes, TikTok loves when people give engagement on live streams, so that would be awesome. Okay, so if you're saying like, okay, I've got this full-time job and I actually want to start something else, well, one of the first things to understand is that yes, you can start a business, figure out what your business is and all that. We're not gonna talk about that today. The first thing that I would recommend that you do is you just gotta start creating content. Okay. Now here's the deal. The deal with that is that that can be really scary, right? To just take your phone and then, take your phone and just like say, I'm just gonna start like making videos. I'm just gonna start trying to do a live. I'm just gonna create an account on Instagram. I'm just gonna create an account on TikTok. Like it's scary to just decide that one day you're gonna just start doing that, right? Who here would say that starting to make content is scary? Just type me, right? And it's listen, there's no shame. Like I was scared to create content for like the longest time. It is what it is. And so, like, it can be really scary to start creating content. But here's the deal. The only way to go from, I know I like my visuals, to go from here is my full-time job, right? And I want to do this full time. I want to have my online business. I want to be a content creator full time. This is where I want to go. If you're right here today with nothing, right, then you have to go from here to here, which means that you got to start right here. Okay. Like you have to start. So, for example, I'm here in DC at Podcast Movement Conference, and last night they had a networking session. And during this networking session, I met a bunch of people who were asking, "What's your podcast? What's your podcast about? Do you have a podcast?" And I was like, "Yes, I have a podcast. Whatever, whatever. My podcast is called the King and Kelly Podcast." And I shared that with them. And so there were many people that I met who don't have a podcast. And I said, okay, well, why don't you have a podcast? I said, you're here at Podcast Movement. Why don't you have a podcast? well, I have an idea. I just haven't got started. And I said, okay, I got that. And I was like, so what is it going to take for you to get started? And for the most part, each person that I talked to, they knew what they needed to do to get started, but just for whatever reason, they were choosing not to get started, right? Oh, nice, Adele, I love that, right? And I said, okay, well, that reminds me of people who are online and they know that they want to create content. They know that they want to build an online business and they want to sell products and services, or they want to get paid working with brands. And that's great. It's a greatness to knowing what you want to do, right? But the thing is that we have to go from what we want to do to actually doing it, right? Now, here's what I know. When we think about taking our phones and stopping scrolling and actually become the content, like we're the ones showing up in the video, it's like, oh man, it's like a nightmare on Elm Street at the thought of seeing yourself in the video, recording the actual video, editing it, and posting it, right? Like some of y'all got videos, you just got tons of videos you shot and you just haven't posted it. If that's you, type a zero. I'm just curious who here has shot things and you're just not posting it, just type zero. There's no shame, okay? No shame. Just trying to talk, all right? So there's all these different people from all the different places, like in these different, kind of settings. Hold on, my computer. Okay, sorry. Doing these like at these different places or whatever, right? But we cannot go. Hey, Stevie, you can't go from I'm not doing anything at all. Here's my dream to here's the dream until we actually. My phone is full of drafts. That's funny. I hate hearing my own voice. Okay, all right. So let's talk about some of that. Okay, okay. Here's the deal. I'm just gonna put myself on the chopping block. Okay, all right. For the longest time, I hated my nose. Okay, I hated my hair. I hated my what you call it, my forehead. Right. I hated my teeth because they were starting to separate. I hated the sound of my voice. Oh my God. I felt like I sounded like Kermit the Frog. I've been saying that my whole life. I feel like I sound like Kermit the Frog. I've been saying that forever. Ever, 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 ever. Right. And so the thought about being a speaker or me being recorded or whatever was just like, ain't no way that I would ever be that person. That was me. So you are looking at me today, but I'm just like you, okay? Just like you, right? The difference between my skin is itching. You know what? I had something that had coconut in it, and I'm allergic to coconut. I think my scalp is like, hey, listen, that thing that you did, we're fighting you. I probably need to order some allergy meds. So if y'all see me scratching up in here, I'm not on drugs or anything. I think it's because I had something that had coconut in it, to be honest. Okay. Anyway, no, some of y'all are like, why is she itching like that? I think it was the coconut. It was really good. The thing was good, but anyway. Okay. So just like you, I hated all the things, right? But the difference was that I recognized that here is where I am. And y'all laughing at the crackhead stuff. I'm just saying, some of y'all like, is she on drugs? No, I think I'm allergic. Um, I recognize that here is where I am, right? And here's where I'm trying to go. And that thanks Adele. And I can't get here unless I start over here, right? I cannot get here unless I start over here. That's you with content creation. Okay. Now I see all y'all watching, right? And y'all are we're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. I can see all y'all. You're here and you're watching, right? And here is the deal. You can go from, hey, Vet Skin World, you can go from the beginning to where you are to where you want to go. But here's the deal. It is going to take decision, all right? And not just one decision. You're going to have to make a decision every single day. Okay? You're going to have to make a decision every single day. Oh, thank you so much, Notary Latina. Okay? Because when you first get started creating content online, nobody cares about you, right? Now, I'm telling you the truth. Nobody cares. Nobody is logging on to see you, me, okay? Nobody. In the words of P Sweat, nobody, nobody, nobody cares about us when we first get started, okay? And so that does not feel good. It does not feel good knowing darn well that we could create something, we could post somebody, and nobody will watch it. That feels terrible. But what has to happen is that we have to have this thought process in our minds that this is what this is going to look like when we first start. And if I keep going, I'm going to build something, right? It's a decision that you have to make, right? It's like the decision to go, okay, on Saturday, I'm going to clean the house, wash the clothes, fold the clothes, and put the clothes away. It's a decision. I know it sounds like a funny decision, but it's true. So on a Saturday, when you're like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do, it's best to start early. You lay the clothes out, and then you just put the load in. And then when the load goes off, you put the dryer in, and you just keep going. And you just keep going throughout the day. Next thing you know, it's 5 o'clock, and you like, well, look at there. Right? I'm speaking to myself because that happened to me recently. Right? I was like, okay, now do this, and then do this, and do that. Right? And so I had to keep going. So when I first started on social media, I knew that nobody would knew me. Nobody was gonna watch me. I didn't know what I was doing. I just that's just what I knew. And so it felt terrible. It felt awful that I would do a thing and nobody would show up. It felt hold on, what am I seeing movement? Oh, that's me on Instagram. I'm like, what's going on? Why I see movement? I was like, somebody behind me? Like, am I about to be in a Criminal Minds episode? I just saw something go behind me and it was my arm on Instagram. I'm just saying. Some of y'all seen them Criminal Minds shows? I'm like, I shouldn't watch them, but I have. But anyway, okay. So I knew that nobody cared, but I said to myself, why do I give myself 6 months? Okay. That is like my rule 6 months. Okay. And I said, okay, what if I give myself 6 months and I'm going to show up for 6 months every single day? Now, listen, that sounds all great today, but that did not sound great back then because I knew that there were going to be times when I would be there and nobody would be there, that I would try to sell something and nobody would buy something. There was a knowing that I was going to be miserable for a period of time on that journey. But I had to make the decision to be okay being miserable for a short period of time because eventually I was not going to be miserable, right? That's a decision that I chose back then, right? And that's what I did. It felt bad. It felt bad doing live streams for an hour and nobody was there. It felt bad creating TikTok videos when I first got started and nobody was watching. Thanks to me, all of that felt bad. All of that felt bad. But here is what I learned. What I learned was I actually started to get better because one of the things I was doing was live stream. And at first, my streams were bad. I couldn't figure out how to flip the camera. I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. I couldn't figure out how to add. I couldn't figure out all these different things. And then the more that I kept doing live streams, the better my live streams got, right? And I'm like, okay, so they're getting better, right? So like right now, I am learning Ecamm. Like right now, I'm on StreamYard because I'm on my laptop, but I'm learning how to use Ecamm. And right now, well, I've had Ecamm for a couple of years. I'm terrible. So finally, I got with a friend who helped me set up different things on my computer. And guess what? It's a lot better with Ecamm. And so each time that I record something, my skills with Ecamm are improving. But if I would have just quit and never learned how to use Ecamm, I wouldn't be using the different features, right? If I just quit, I wouldn't be here talking to you on this live stream. You wouldn't be listening to me because I would have quit back then. So for you, wherever you are today, the only way for you to get better at this, to grow and money and all that, is you have to start exactly where you are, and then you have to make a decision. So, like, I have a program. I'm not selling it right now, and it's called Vertical Video Mastery. And one of the rules of this program is everybody in the community shows up for 15 minutes, right? And I keep telling them, hey, listen, if you want to get the most out of this program, you want to watch the modules, come to the live calls, but more importantly, you want to show up here every day for 15 minutes. And the reason is because you are developing a discipline to show up in the community each day. And if you make that commitment and you do that, that commitment you're doing to the community will spill over into you creating content, you selling your products and services, you making money, and you getting to your desired result. But you have to start this thing. So I encouraged them. I said, why don't you guys pull out your phones and set a reminder to go off every day? And it says, go to the group for 15 minutes. I said, initially, it's going to feel like an annoying nuisance telling you to go do something because it's new to you. But eventually, you're going to find the benefit of showing up every day in the community, giving support to people and giving support. Then you're going to see how utilizing that same tool is going to help you to create content, post content, and then communicate with your community. Thank you so much for sharing, Nettie. I appreciate you so much for sharing the live stream. Right? So that's the same thing for you. You said, this is what I do. I have a job, or I do my job part time, or have my business, I want more money, or be a content creator. Whatever your thing is over here, something that's going to try to take you from here to over here is going to be you, right? Yes, somebody online happen, you could go viral, or whatever, something could happen. But guess what? Before you can go viral, you gotta actually post the content, right? Before you can make money from virality, you gotta have a way to make money, right? I love going viral because I don't have to do nothing, right? I built some things in place to be able to capture leads and make sales for any time if I go viral or if somebody shares something about me or something happens, right? The only reason I have that today is because back here, when I didn't know nothing about virality, when I know nothing about lead magnets or digital products or email lists, when I didn't know anything, I was learning those things. Thank you for sharing, Nettie. You're blessing my whole life. I appreciate you. Okay. When I didn't know anything, I was learning it. Right. And so the same thing goes for you. I want to help you. Right. Now, all of you all, I want to help y'all for free. I'm actually doing a 3-day Instagram Reels and TikTok challenge that starts on Monday. It's free, right? And so you can join it, right? All you have to do is enroll. That's it. It's free. And the reason why we did this is because we have hundreds and thousands of people connected to us who say, I want to create content. I want to build a business. I want to do this online. This is what I want to do. And I'm like, okay, well, if you need my help, here is the thing I'm going to do for 3 days live every day. You can join that for free and you can learn from me, right? That's Listen, if that's what you guys are, and you're like, yeah, I want to learn, tell me what to do, I want you to join. Okay. Now, if you want to know how to join, I'm pretty sure on all of my profiles, let me go real quickly. On all of my profiles, there's a link in my bio that you can join. Okay. Now, listen, hold on, I'm going to my Instagram bio. 1 second, making sure it's there. Hey, CC Supreme. Yes, it is. Okay. So if you're watching this and you're on Instagram or if you're on Facebook, you could type the word challenge. So we use a chatbot automation tool that will automatically send you a message. But the tool only works on Facebook and Instagram. It doesn't work anywhere else right now. And so if you want to join the challenge, you just on Facebook or on Instagram, just type the word challenge. Okay? Challenge. And then it'll DM you a link to join the challenge. Everybody else, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, the link is right here. It's just KiaKelly.com/challenge. Okay. And the link is in my bio. Okay. It's in my bio on on all the pages. Okay. And you can join for free. Every single night, I'm going to teach for free. So Monday from 4 to 5, free. Tuesday from 4 to 5, free. Wednesday from 4 to 5, free. Free. All you have to do is make a decision. One, to enroll for free, and then to show up, right? Because the thing is that I'm gonna be there, right? We have hundreds of people already signed up. We're gonna be there. But like I said, if your goal is going from here to what you want to have happen to this, it actually happening, something has to happen, right? And what has to happen is you. Hey, Megan, you have to happen. That's just the way that it goes. You know what I mean? If you want to have success with something, you got to happen. right? It's like I talk to a lot of single girls all the time, and they're always like, "Yeah, I want to meet someone." I'm like, "Well, what you doing to meet them?" I'm like, "Listen, that's not how this like. You can't be in your house. If you meet this dude in your house, that's because he's a burglar. You don't want to meet your husband at the house. Like, you don't want him suddenly in your house. That's a burglar. You don't want a burglar, right? You got to go out the house, right?" So I'm always telling my single friends, I need you to go outside. I need you to put on some cute clothes, put your lipstick on, do your hair something, don't have dirt in your fingernails, put some perfume on, just go outside. I'm not saying you gotta get on dating apps. I'm not saying you gotta go parade around. I'm just saying you gotta go outside, and if you go outside, you can meet people. It's just the way that it goes. So if you wanna make money online, you gotta show up online, right? It's just the way that it goes. It's like if I want my hair to grow, I gotta take care of my hair. If I wanna lose weight, I have to do things that'll help me lose weight, right? Somebody said it could be a delivery guy. Now listen, I do have a friend who met her husband, who was a delivery driver in another country. She is happily in love, doing all the things, da 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 da. So that could 100% happen, but it doesn't happen to most people. That is a possibility, but most of us are not gonna meet our husbands as they delivering groceries or as they delivering Uber or whatever. That's just not for everybody. Some people, not outside. So if you were saying you want to okay, exactly. Kay said you gotta order food and spend money. If you gonna meet your husband, he gonna deliver to you, you gotta order food. You know what I mean? So I'm just making the point that if your goal is you wanna make content online and you wanna make money, you gotta create content, right? And then you gotta be consistent with making content. You can't get frustrated at week 3, week 4, week 12 when it ain't happening. It's a process, right? It's a process of learning and showing up and getting better, okay? So all of you guys, I came on here today because I really want all y'all to join our challenge. It's free. Like, it's free. Like, I'm not getting anything for you joining. You are the one that's gonna benefit. But the thing is that every last one of y'all that I've been here the last 30 minutes were like, "Yeah, I wanna do this, I wanna do that." But what are you doing to do that, right? What are you doing to make that happen? How are you showing up or committing to showing up to make that happen? You know what I mean? That's like I tell people all the I talk about marriage and all that all the time. I'm like, I have been preparing myself, um, for marriage, and they're like, "How you doing it?" I'm like, "Your girl has been in therapy for 10 years." And they're like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Well, in order to be a good spouse, I have to know what's going on with me so I can let him know what's going on with me without who I am." You know what I mean? Right? And doing all the things, right? But also take care of finances, making money, and just learning all the things that I don't know how to do, right? So me as a good consultant, I'm like, how do I become a better consultant for my clients? Well, I gotta learn more. So I'm always investing. Like I'm here right now at a conference here in DC. I'm learning. And everything that I invest and learn, guess what happens? It works for me, it works for my business, and then guess what else? I get to take all that and I get to give it to my clients, my students. Like I get all this for them. So I'm not just saying, I know everything, I got this. No, I'm constantly learning and teaching. Okay. So somebody said, what's the challenge? So the challenge is called a 3-day Instagram Reels and TikTok challenge. But for 3 straight days, I'm teaching you how to create great content online that helps you grow a community, helps you get noticed by brands, and helps you to sell your products and services. Okay. That's what the challenge is designed to do, to help you get started with Instagram Reels and TikTok to build an online brand, build a community, work with brands, and then sell your own products and services for free, okay? For free, okay? But you have to do it. I can't make you. Like, I can't make you successful. I can teach you the system for success, but you have to go out and implement, right? Hey, Anita. Yes, you did, girl. Anita signed up. Okay, so I will teach you what I've got. You gotta show up, and then you get to apply. Okay, all right. So I listen. I easily could charge for this, but we didn't. We decided to do it absolutely free. And you get the opportunity to learn if you choose to learn, right? By implementing. Okay. All right. So I'm getting ready to go to another event here at this event, but I just wanted to chat with you guys really quickly. But if you guys want to join that challenge, if you're here on Facebook or you're here on Instagram, what's that? I applied for like healthcare in Texas, like a healthcare plan, and everybody's calling me. And I'm like, good God, Almighty, what did I do? Anyway, oh yeah, so I gotta go to another event. So I'm gonna let you guys go. But if you're on Facebook and you're on Instagram, if you want to join the challenge, if you just type the word challenge, we will DM you the link. Otherwise, everybody, here's the link. It's free. KenyaKelly.com/challenge. But if you go to my bio, the link is there too. Hello, Kenya. I've been following you for about a year or two, and I love your teaching skills, but I wonder why you don't have higher views on YouTube. That is because YouTube is not my main platform, and um, I have not invested a lot of education in YouTube. Does that make sense? Most of my attention has been on Instagram and on TikTok, and so we just been putting content there. And that's also a thing, you guys. So I'll say this. So I create content and it goes on YouTube. We don't get a whole lot of views on YouTube. But guess what? Our channel is growing, right? And so it's growing and we're starting to monetize. Now, guess what's going to happen with that? Now, because of that, now we've been taking some money that we're starting to make from YouTube and investing it in someone to learn more strategies for the YouTube channel, for SEO and all that, so then they can apply to our YouTube channel, right? So it's important to understand that. So if you want to do anything, hey, sometimes you're just gonna start, right? Sometimes you're gonna start and just do some different things. Doesn't mean everything is gonna be perfect, like our YouTube channel. But guess what? Listen, all what I know is that while our YouTube channel is not through the stratosphere, everything else is. Our business through the stratosphere, right? And so for me, I'm like, at some point in time, we'll focus on views on YouTube. Right now, we're not focused on it. Okay. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. Okay, so you guys, I gotta go to my next event here in DC. Exactly. Everybody starts at zero, and I'm perfectly okay with that. All right. Okay. So guys, I gotta let you guys go. I have to go to my next event, but if you guys want to join me, I would love you guys to join me. There's a link in my bio to join the challenge, but you can also go to kenyakelly.com/challenge. It's free. There's no payment. Okay. How am I streaming here? I'm using a tool called StreamYard, and it lets me stream on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram all at the same time. Amazing. Okay. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. I will chat with you guys tomorrow. I'll come back, but I got to go to my event. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.